next up, we're joined by two fabulous UK Green captains, Natasha Pavey, theatre maker, producer and climate justice activist, and Rory Zammit, scenic maker at Footprint Scenery. Thank you both for joining us today. Are you there, you two? Hello.
Hello.
I'm going to keep
Hello.
it here and let you two get on with it, if that's all right.
Absolutely.
Okay, I think the presentation's coming. Brilliant. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for having us today. Yeah, this is really exciting. And yeah, we've been really excited about the second edition launch of the Theatre Green Book. And yeah, we're excited to be here today to chat a bit about us and what we're doing as kind of young people in the industry at the moment. Yeah, so essentially we're the Green Captains, and we are a group of young professionals, students, early career kind of technicians, artists, theatre makers, who are really trying to bring an environmental sustainable industry up with us. Because yeah, we've realised that there's a lot of work to be done, and we feel as young people that a lot of that kind of rests on our shoulders. And also, like in education, like we felt we never really learned about the Green Book or environmental sustainability in any way. So yeah, this is what we're kind of trying to do to change that. Do you want to kick off by introducing a little bit about you, Rory?
Hi, I'm Rory. I graduated LAMDA in 2022. I got into the theatre industry through a youth theatre group down in Mid Wales called Mid Parish Youth Theatre, um, and got interested in sustainability down there as well. And joined the Green Captains in 2023 through instruction by Danny Lennon.
Cool. And yeah, I am Natasha. I'm a theatre maker and producer, and also a climate justice activist. And yeah, I graduated from Rose Bruford last year, and that was kind of when I got involved in the Green Captains, kind of during my studies at drama school, and kind of when I realised that I wasn't really learning about that, and that wasn't really included in my studies. I kind of got in contact with the Theatre Green Book and kind of met Evie Redfern, who kind of set up the Green Captains out of GSA, and started to kind of create a wider network across drama schools. But yeah, now after graduating, I now work at the Theatre Hall Plymouth, which is where I am today. Sorry if it's a bit noisy, where I'm their Artists for Change Climate Emergency. So I'm really kind of looking at the Climate Emergency Working Group, and I sit on their producing and programming team, really thinking about like theatres as organisations and venues and what we can be doing to be more environmentally sustainable, and kind of adding this to kind of the network of Green Captains across the country, kind of sharing and learning from each other. Yeah, so that's us. Want to go on to the next slide? There we go. Yeah, so I mean, we were born from this idea that we weren't learning about environmental sustainability, and we weren't learning about the Theatre Green Book, and we realized that it's not something that is like compulsory in the curriculum in arts education. And I think I realized that where I was studying, it's only kind of an optional module for stage management students, but it's not something that's kind of embedded across the curriculum and is kind of compulsory for everyone to be learning about. And yeah, we were kind of confused at this. We were like, why aren't we learning about this? Like, it's literally our future, and kind of our future in the theatre world is going to be affected by this more than kind of everybody has kind of come before us, but also more so the people that are coming after us and the students that are kind of following us and graduating in the following years too. Yeah, so we were just kind of seeing all of this kind of bad practice in drama schools, and kind of seeing that, well, if this is what it's like in education, like we don't know what it's going to be like in the industry, and kind of just feeling a bit of a loss about that, and feeling that we needed to be kind of equipped with the tools and the skills to be able to go into the industry and hit the ground running when it comes to environmental sustainability. But yeah, Robert, do you want to talk a bit about kind of how we kind of see kind of reforming education in that way?
Yeah, so between the Green Captains, we've had a few discussions about how what we wish we would have gone through in retrospect. And a lot of things that we talked about was having the Theatre Green Book embedded within lessons, and even possibly as part of the marking process. with the basic, intermediate, and advanced levels actually coming into how students are marked on their productions. We definitely felt that there was definitely specific students and staff who had a keen interest in sustainability, and they would obviously push and go for it, and they would facilitate those discussions. That's great, and that's fantastic, and that was something that we really resonated with. But if we're going to create sort of a lasting change in how we produce our theatre and how we go about doing our work, we think that it needs to be systematic and from the ground up. So students who are coming through drama schools need to be taught and given the tools in order to practice their work sustainably. Yeah, I think.
Great. Yeah. So where does the Green Captains come in then? What are we kind of doing to kind of change that and enforce these things? Well, we are, like I say, all young professionals kind of at the start of our careers, but also students who are really
I think we've lost Natasha briefly. Did you want to step back in, Rory?
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, we're as a group of Green Captains, we definitely wanted to create and build a network of people who were interested and had the ability to try things and to um, share their findings and what they wanted to find out about, and really empower each other, especially in early careers, to go forward and to continue to research and develop and move along with the industry as it changes. We then moved on to Green Captains in the Workplace, which I was the first case study for, where Danny came down and talked to me about this idea, and it really was about giving young people a space to try things, to get things wrong, and to dedicate a certain amount of time to challenging the practices that we currently use. And in my case, being in construction, it was all about materials and building practices and how we can change them and challenge what we already do, and work alongside the Theatre Green Book to do better, for our planet. So yes, that's a lot about us. But in terms of getting involved, we would love to hear from any students or any staff who would love to get in contact with us. Anybody who is interested, you can find us at Green Captains UK. That's our handle, or you can email us at theatregreencaptains@gmail.com. Any young professionals, please get in contact. And anybody who is the owner or manager in a business, please also get in contact. We'd love to talk about how we made these roles, how they can be used, and the advantages of them. Thank you very, very much for listening to us. And any questions, please let me know.
Thank you so much, Rory. And I know that you were planning some sort of accreditation, weren't you, at some point? Do you want to share anything more about that? I know that's something in the future, but you were talking about doing some target setting or something along those lines.
Yes, absolutely. Sorry. So one of the things that we've been working on as Green Captains is having the role structured in a fashion where we have short, mid, and long-term goals, which are then discussed as a group or with other Green Captain members, to sort of check in and see how we're doing. And with it would come the ability to network through your early career and to talk to other people about saying, hey, I'm a Green Captain, I've done this work. These are the goals that I've achieved in uni or in other work placements, and really giving a bit of a bolster and a chance to employers who are looking for people who are interested in it to say, look, this is what I have done, this is what I'm interested in, this is what I can bring to the table.
Thank you so much, Rory. And thank you to Natasha. It's a shame we lost her. It must be dodgy internet. So yeah, if you've got any questions for Rory, just pop them into the Q&A function and we'll do our best to answer them for you. You are definitely an inspiring bunch, and it's really good to know that the future of the industry is in your fabulous and safe hands.